I could probably start the whole thing over. Here we are on take 2 of a mini radius jig for the router. I already have about a 32-inch radius jig that goes on my big 1/2-inch porta cable, and I have an extension added to it. It's a little crude, but it works really well to make a 48-inch, and this is up to 5 feet long to make a larger radius. And I use the 48-inch a lot making templates, so I keep it. And if I need another long one, I'll make another long one. But I found myself in need of a 4-inch radius. I need to make a nice clean 4-inch radius. It needs to be repeatable just a few times, but kind of thing you might do over and over again. So I quickly, with 1/4-inch plywood, I made this. Originally, it was laid out to replace this acrylic plate. And it doesn't need to be very long. And this is as wide as a piece that I already had over here. And then I thought, I have the plunge router. I'd like it. I already started cutting, so I'd like that to fit the plunge router. And it does. I re-drilled the holes and it fits the plunge router, but it doesn't look like it belongs on the plunge router. And a few things. If that's all it was, I'd let it go, but it's okay. But the very first thing, I have a hole right here for my 4-inch radius. This hole, I have to put a screw into the material. The handle's right in the way. So I thought, what if this long part's coming out this way? That's going to be a better fit. So as simple as it was, let's make another one. And maybe I will eventually put that on this plate, and maybe that'll work better. But I like the plunge router plate. Or base, for obvious reasons, especially for making little circles. I don't have to go off the material and start into the material. I could just drop it in and turn. This was just a cheap plywood, and this is a Baltic birch 1/4-inch. It's a little bit nicer. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with this plate that belongs on the plunge base. I'm going to lay it out. Actually, I'm going the wrong way. I want to make it go with the grain. So I'm going to go with the grain in this direction, and I need to mark my holes, which are going to be here. So if we have 2 7/8, square that back, put a straight line. I could put a straight line all the way through the whole thing. Then maybe that'll work. I'm going to go on the outside of that, and then, will that reach? Yes. I'm going to mark from here to there, like that. And then from there to about there or so. Put this back on here one more time to mark the center. So let's cut these out, drill a hole, a large hole, drill 4 small holes, and countersink them a little bit, and that's it. It's that simple. Maybe a little sanding. That really looks good. So everything's drilled and countersunk. We just need to cut this out, and we're almost done. It's pretty simple. I'm going to go to the bandsaw. I just want to clean it up a little. How about that? I think it's finished. It was that quick. And to install it won't take long either. Remove, I don't need to remove the battery. Nice and clean there. All very nice. So drop the bit And I need a 4-inch radius to this side of the bit. Look, that'll do it. But let's go to the workpiece and test it. Let's raise it up. Look at that. So quick and simple, and it's going to work like a charm. And I'm going to leave this on here permanently. The acrylic plate that came with it, I'll keep it in that drawer right there. So I use the other plate to do the other side. I've got a little 1-inch screw, drywall screw. It'll go through here. And I've already got a hole started here, just barely tapped with that drill. There we go. About like that. So I'm going to drop it in here, and I'm going to swing it around, drop it another, swing it around, drop it another, and swing it around. You have to come off of it. Spin it one time. Raise it up, spin it again. But that looks pretty good. That looks really good. How about that? Not bad for a 3-minute jig. And this is something I'm going to keep with me forever. I'm probably going to keep it mounted on this base for a pretty good while. That's the main reason I bought this base, is to do plunging. And for me, plunging typically involves a circle. And next time, if I need a different measurement, different radius, I could take a new measurement, drill a new hole. The only caveat here is I have a hole in the workpiece, but in this case, this section of the workpiece is going to be discarded. This section of the workpiece will be kept. So something to keep in mind. Or if I get into another scenario, I know there's other ideas out there. There's other people with pretty clever ideas of hole-free jigs. I might get into that, but I kind of ran into a jam. I didn't have time to go searching the internet, and I came up with this. And it's quality material. It's honestly, it's quality constructed. It looks right. It feels right. It's going to last forever. Thanks for checking it out. We'll see you on the next one.